Which timelines do you guys think got pruned?
All of them.
All of them.
And welcome back, Desk Poppers, to the greatest show on earth. I'm here with my co-hosts, Angel and Daniel.
Yes, sir.
And today we're doing episode 2, top 5 moments from Breaking Brad. What are you giving this episode?
Give this episode a thumbs up.
I'm going a little sideways.
A little sideways on it?
A little sideways. A little bit.
I was a little skeptical too at first because of, episode 1 was a banger. And then at first it did seem like this episode dropped off from episode 1. But once it got going, I really liked it.
No, I understand what you're saying. I feel like a lot of people were comparing it to the quality of episode 1, which I feel like episode 1 was a banger, so it's hard to compare. This episode was more of a cool down. She just let things cool down.
There was not a lot in this episode.
You don't think so?
Which was funny because it was longer than the last one.
A lot more of these scenes were
Exposition.
They
Well,
were a lot longer than the last episode.
Did you
the
find
last one because
that-
they were all more rushed.
You know what's funny is I think we got a prediction right from last week
Which was?
about Obi being the gadget guy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's exactly how this episode.
Well, also they brought up Casey when he took the thing. He was like, "Oh, I know how to do this."
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, I read the manual. Like, I got it memorized.
He's like, "You guys didn't read it?" He's the only guy to ever read a manual on anything.
I know.
well, we'll get into it because we're going to be talking about our top 5 moments from Loki, episode 2. Our number 5 moment, Mobius getting apple pies.
Yeah.
And key lime pies, man. My boy was about that life.
Talking about his past, I'm pretty sure this guy was a baker.
You think so?
Yeah,
Calling it right now.
Had to be.
Had to be. He was a baker
Something that making dough.
off the coast of Greece with the jet ski. Or
I was about to say he was a baker in like a beach town or something.
Yeah, he's like,
There's no way that the jet skis just.
Yeah, it was definitely Mexico. He was working in a panaderia.
imagine. Damn.
Now I want some fun.
I know.
The low cafecito.
Shit.
That brings us to our 4th moment of the episode. Casey getting an autograph from Obi.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, about you getting that prediction right. But I really did love the interaction between Casey and Obi. It was really adorable. It was really cute.
Casey was like a total groupie. He was like,
It was already fangirling.
he's like, Obi? And Obi's like,
Me?
That's me.
You read the manual? Like, nobody reads the manual.
I think they're going to be like their own duo off to the side.
Have their own little gadget. They're
Yeah.
gonna be together.
Well, we called the team too. Like, the team is forming, the Loki team. We got Loki and Mobius doing that. Like,
You got their
field
thing,
work.
and then we got
We got OB and Casey
OB and
out here
Casey doing their thing.
And then we got Hunter just there.
Yeah, she's
She's the muscle, you
He
said.
is a muscle, yeah.
just chilling.
Which is funny because that's a callback from earlier in the episode when Hunter was asking for Brad's autograph. She was like, "Oh, can I get your autograph?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And then bam, just right in the face.
Yeah.
Hey, since everybody else is paired up, do you think she'll be paired up with Sylvie?
That'd be
Hunter.
good.
I don't know. I was thinking about that because I was like, where does Sylvie fit into this now? I know my boy
Well, I mean,
Loki.
she's back to making orders, so
Well, guys, if you guys stay to the end of the episode, we'll be going over our conspiracy theories of everything that we think is going to happen.
and how Sylvie is a predator.
Hey.
Did you see it at the end of the episode?
Dude, she wanna smash.
Bro, that
She
was
was
the
asking, is your mom
craziest
picking
thing.
you up or I gotta take you home?
I was like, hey, yo.
Honestly, when that scene was happening, I was like, "Hey, yo, Sylvie, like,
yeah,
pause,
chill,
please,
chill.
please."
Moment number 3, when they bombed the branches.
That was crazy.
That was crazy, man, because I was not expecting them to bomb every single one.
I wasn't expecting it to be this early in the season. I thought that would be something like end of season, climatic event, but
Well, I still think that it will be the climatic event just because the scene didn't really resonate with me because they said like, oh, 1 billion lives were lost, blah, blah, blah. But for me, like, we didn't really see that. We just saw like the computer screen and the like branches
Yes,
coming off. So
yeah.
like for me, that moment didn't hit as hard. That's probably why like it's not that high on our list just because it is more of they're talking about it. They show it on the computer screen, but like, what does that really mean,
we can bring this up later. But do you think any of the other Marvel properties got pruned per se? Like the X-Men or the...
Oh, we'll talk about it, bro.
Fantastic
I do
Four.
have some theories for Deadpool coming along. So if you guys want to make sure you guys stay to the end of the video, because if not, you guys are going to miss out on some great conspiracy theories that even TikTok keeps saying that we get a lot of things right, man. I've read the comments.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, I love this group, man. You guys get some things right. And look, we try. We try. And then we do have our number 2 moment of the episode, Loki torturing Brad. I really did love the scene where they brought up the mischievous side of Loki more. No, I thought it was great because at the end of the day, I think Loki is a villain, and to bring out that side of him, just that's character.
I agree with you because people forget this is 2012 Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Loki hasn't been through Ragnarok. He hasn't been through Infinity War.
He even brought it up that he tortured, he held hostage New York City just for hating his dad. And
Yeah, bro was a hater. Did you like that whole scene?
you know, I knew the whole thing was an act. I like Mobius doing the whole thing, you know, but the way they set up the box and it was just enclosing on him, it made it really feel like, oh shit, like.
I'm not too claustrophobic, but I feel like that would be pretty uncomfortable.
Like the very last part when you're already like balled up and everything,
yeah.
there, and then that's when I start to be like, oh shit.
Like, oh
But,
man.
yeah, but when you're like standing in it, or maybe you're like crouching a little bit.
So do you think that machine like deletes you from history? Like I feel like it's worse than dying. I feel like it deletes you.
Well, I mean, don't they get deleted when they get pruned?
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I think that machine prunes you, doesn't it? It's just in a different way.
I'm pretty sure it does that, but it's more of a.
It's like an old school machine because it was big.
Yeah, because you could also see that it like shrunk the little chair, or like
Yeah.
Well, it changed the chair, no? Like,
it shortened it, but it like bent the frame or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it just made it into a new chair, you know, like a variant of that chair.
No.
No.
Oh, shit. Well, we do still have some honorable mentions before we get to the number one moment in Loki episode 2, Breaking Brad. I
Yeah.
do like that title. That was funny.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
Yeah. Our first honorable mention, talking about mamas. We talking about
Are we
mamas
talking
now?
about mamas now? I thought that too. I was like, oh man. Like,
Yeah, Brad just bringing up Loki's mom. That was just a stray. That was a straight up stray. I was like, what did you say fuck me for? At this point, though, Loki doesn't know that his mom has died.
no.
No, or his mom hasn't died for him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he saw it like in season 1 when he was doing
He
the whole
did.
video.
He saw it.
Another honorable mention is when Loki started using his powers. What do you think about that?
That threw me off because we've never seen that before, ever.
I thought he wasn't allowed to use his powers in the
In the
TVA.
TVA. That was in the TVA.
Yeah, but
That was in London.
you'd think if he
UK,
was
1977.
you think if he was out in the world, he'd be able to like use his powers and
No,
get back to where he was.
I just didn't know he
got
could
the
shoot like
colors.
energy blast.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
thing that threw me off.
That's what threw me off. I was like, wait, was that an energy blast? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like we've seen the shadow thing before.
it's just an illusion.
we've seen the
Yeah.
shadow thing before.
Yeah, and then the illusions, obviously, we've seen them. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I will agree. The energy blast really threw me off when he's threw it because I was like,
Like, why hasn't he ever used that before?
I guess we can do blast now. You know,
I
like.
guess anyone gets blast now. Like,
That was just cool seeing to finally see him use the powers because we haven't seen him use those like type of powers.
yeah, that's
before.
what I'm saying. Like, where has that been before? Like, why wasn't that used in Ragnarok, in Infinity War?
I think it's just showing that Loki is leaning more towards his villainous side.
Brad hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention we want to bring up is Loki and Mobius sitting down and talking about Mobius's life on the timeline.
This scene got roasted on Twitter, man. Everybody was like, this is what Marvel's come down to. I'm like, you guys aren't used to like just two people talking.
Yeah, like not everything has to be like so
Action.
chaotic.
Like they're just sitting down, they're talking about Mobius' wants and needs and whether he wants to know about his life on the timeline. Whether
Yeah.
Everything Mobius said, I thought was spot on.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to know. He doesn't want that to bog him down. At some point, the life you made becomes your life. You know, it's not
Yeah.
the life that you had on the timeline. For him, I feel like for Mobius now, the life that he has right now at the TVA.
Is his life.
And he says that he's like, I don't know that like that life down there. At this point, it wouldn't change me as a person.
Do you think if he ever returns, he would keep his knowledge of the TVA, or he would just like revert back to what he was at?
I don't know.
I think keep the memories, unless like, so
Yeah.
unless,
Because last episode they talked about him being there for like 400 years.
yeah, but
Does he keep that 400 years of knowledge?
no, because they mind wiped him. Unless they do another mind wipe, I think
Yeah.
he'll remember everything. Because even OB remembers everything. He's the only one to not get mind wiped.
I was
but-
gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the one that knows the 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So,
5 years.
do you think we're gonna get that scene though eventually, where we go back in time and they show us like them?
I think we'll see Mobius's life at one point.
Because
Like where he
Mobius
was.
says, he's like, I don't want that rattling inside my head. It's already planted.
And our number one moment, I know you guys been waiting for this, is when Loki and Sylvie finally catch eyes, man.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because the scene afterwards is more hard hitting and she's more pissed. But in this moment, they just feel like they're in love. They're like, oh shit, I just saw my past lover.
That whole scene where they're sitting down eating the shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he's eating. He's always eating.
Oh, Mobius?
Yeah, Mobius always munching on something, but he even says he's
I like
like,
how he said he was gonna get an apple pie and he got like a Big Mac, fries,
Yeah.
a
He
drink.
also got apple pie though.
and his apple pie on top of that.
He was eating it, but
He's like,
Supersize it.
like, comete algo. Like,
yeah.
like,
The way that the actors had like teary eyes and they were just looking at each other. And then Sylvie's just like, yeah, I have my break in 10 minutes.
yeah.
Talk to me then.
There's still more orders.
Yeah. And she got a mamalona.
And she do got a little whiskey.
And guys, I know you guys been waiting for it. The Conspiracy Corner. We're gonna be talking about all our conspiracies, what went on with the episode, and what we think is gonna come.
Well, just going back to that scene real quick with Brad and Mobius. Mobius tells him, he's like, "Why are you so jittery? Like, what's going on here?" And then Brad tells him, the timelines are about to get bombed.
Yeah, I'm surprised Brad didn't bring it up sooner. Like he stayed at that timeline for a really long time when he knew like shit was gonna like go off the rails.
Did nobody else see them walk into the little thing with the bags and bombs and everything?
Like docs?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we saw it in the last episode where they're all lighting up and walking in. Did nobody else see that?
Yeah, they did it right in front of him.
But I think because they were supposed to go get Sylvie. Like that was a main plan.
Oh,
the
is that what it is?
last episode, which is why I was really confused seeing Brad this episode because that change happened really quick from Brad with short hair with Brad with long hair. So that's why I was personally confused on like what the hell was happening at the start of the episode.
No,
So how long was that? Were these episodes like?
Well, no, so
Because he was out there making movies, so how long was that?
well, time works differently. Like he could have been there for months, while like they start. How do I
Like for him, and when he was in that timeline, he could have been in that timeline for months.
Yeah.
But back in the TVA, like 5 minutes could have passed.
because they could go into any point in the timeline.
Yeah.
So they could just
Yeah.
Okay.
talking about the timelines that got pruned. Like I'm already guessing this. I think this Loki series is gonna lead right into Deadpool. Like we've seen some photos from like the filming of Deadpool, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some hints that show that Deadpool is pretty much traveling through the multiverse of the Fox universe, and shit is going array. I'm just saying.
Does he jump from like the Fox universe into the?
Yeah,
Marvel?
I think that's what's happening. I think Deadpool's trying to save himself from the Fox universe being pruned.
Yeah.
And he makes it to the main universe. He's like, shit, I can't go out like this.
Question: Is Deadpool going to be the new Stan Lee? As far as we're only ever going to see Deadpool in cameos from now on in Marvel projects.
Oh.
After Deadpool 3?
I would like that.
That would be cool.
Because he's always like saying like goofy like one-liners.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see him. do
Yeah,
that.
and it would give the Marvel heads like an Easter egg to look out for every movie, like they did with Stan Lee, and it gives like Deadpool something to do as well. But I would also love to see Deadpool in his own movies and actual in movies like with arcs and with, like but
Like
that
stories and stuff.
yeah,
but he could do that. One of the break the fourth wall, and he could just do the
Yeah.
be his own cameo.
Oh shit! I bet you were waiting for a cameo, huh? And then
yeah.
but I don't think Disney would do that just because I think they really do love Stan Lee, and for them to
Like replace him, I guess.
I don't know.
I feel like this would be the perfect character to do it though, just because like Daniel said, he's a character that breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So that would add an extra dimension to the
Yeah, he's definitely a little quippy. Quippy? No, it's
quirky.
not.
Quirky.
I don't think it's quirky.
I think it's quirk.
I'm trying to say quip.
No,
I know which word he's trying to say, but it's not what
it's not quib.
you're not using it the right way.
I think I am.
I don't think so.
Let us know in the comments down below.
I saw this debate on Twitter a lot. I'm even a little confused about it. Difference between multiverses and timelines.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it, bro. I agree with Daniel. I think it's the same thing.
So what's a multiverse?
Same thing.
Well, it's a different universe where the timeline, like something different happened.
It's all one timeline.
So
with
it's one
different
timeline.
multiverses.
Yeah,
And each branch is a different timeline or a different universe? A
it's the
multiverse.
same thing.
One timeline can go into one, or there could be multiple timelines in one multiverse. You know what I'm saying? In one verse.
So
Then that wouldn't make it a multiverse then.
Yeah, but it's all part of the
Multiverse,
timeline.
multiple universes.
Yeah. But there's multiple lines in that one universe as well.
So he's pretty much agreeing with you. I understand what he's saying. So
Am I agreeing with him?
Yeah, because what
Why?
you're saying is like there's
He's
the
like,
Spider-Man universe, there's the Marvel universe, there's the Fox universe, and between those universes, there's different timelines.
Yeah, but all the timelines connected into one. They all come from the same one.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying too. So I'm saying that there's one single moment. Yeah, maybe they branch off into the Fox universe, the Spider-Man universe, and the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
But it's all the same timeline.
So it's the sacred timeline.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, let's say there's one.
That's what they call
timeline.
it. That's what they call it in Loki, the sacred
No.
timeline.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sacred timeline is just the one timeline. That's where that's the timeline that they pulled Loki from in the first episode.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Oh,
The sacred timeline.
This Loki isn't from the sacred timeline.
What did they do in
The
episode 1?
So I'm gonna explain this for the people out there. So Loki in the sacred timeline died with Thanos. When they went back in time,
No, I'm just saying they pulled him. Do you not watch episode 1?
but you said they pulled them from the sacred timeline.
They
but
did.
No, they didn't.
No,
because
he's saying the sacred timeline as in being that one timeline.
yeah, the one
Yeah.
timeline. So the one timeline is the MCU universe, right?
Yeah.
The Loki in that universe died.
I know. I'm just saying about what happened in episode 1 where
Yes.
they literally pulled him.
Yeah, yes, but they didn't pull him from the sacred timeline. The sacred timeline is one
Yeah,
timeline.
but he's calling the entire timeline the sacred timeline.
No, that's not what it is though.
What's the
I
sacred
know, that's-
timeline?
It's
though?
the one timeline, but the MCU
It's
universe.
the one single timeline of the MCU.
I know though. That's what we saw in episode 1 when they opened the blast doors, and
No, they pulled him from every universe.
so every universe is the sacred timeline
No,
because it's
no.
one timeline.
Yes, but not every universe can't be the sacred timeline. There's only one sacred timeline.
Exactly, and you just said it branches off.
Yeah, and those branches aren't the sacred timeline.
I know they
They're
come
different
from the sacred timeline.
Yes, everything comes from the sacred timeline.
I know everything comes from the sacred timeline. That's what I'm saying. If everything comes from the sacred timeline, then they pulled them from the sacred timeline.
No, bro, they didn't.
What did they do in episode
You're
1?
confused as fuck.
I'm not
I
confused.
understand what he's saying, but I also understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I understand both of you. You're both right.
You're both dumb.
So what's behind the blast doors? What's behind the blast doors?
What blasters are you talking about?
The ones where
the ones where Mobius was outside walking?
Yeah.
yeah, well, the ones where Mobius was outside
Yeah,
walking with
yeah.
the time suit. What is that?
No, those are the timelines converging.
That's the sacred timeline.
No, that's not, bro. That's all the timelines converging into one.
Into
it's,
one what?
No, it's not converging to a timeline. It's just converging, which is why it's gonna explode. Because that machine can't take all those timelines. Because usually what happens is that they prune those timelines, so those timelines don't go into that.
I'm
little
pretty
machine.
sure he says that's the sacred timeline. That's why it's behind the
No.
blast doors.
No, they call it something else.
It's a temporal.
Temporal Kentucky.
yeah, it's a
Oh,
temporal
yeah, it is the temporal.
something. I know exactly. I wrote it down
Yes,
in the notes.
yes.
It's a
temporal. Okay, well now we're all on the same
Yeah.
page. Temporal.
Well, then, yeah, now we are, bitch.
No,
that's what he was calling the sacred timeline.
Yes,
I knew that's what it was,
yes,
but I didn't
yes.
know the name of it either.
Cool. No, that's fine.
we're like
Yeah,
that guy.
That whole thing is just not gonna make the episode.
you should leave it in. Leave it in. It's funny.
Make it a TikTok. What's the difference between a timeline and a multiverse?
Oh, we still haven't got to that.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So, do you guys think Tobey Maguire's?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I guess I didn't understand that part because I think people think that Tobey Maguire's timeline and like all these other timelines are like got pruned and like are dead. But the thing is with the sacred timeline is that new branches are always being made because different decisions are always being made. So no, like that was the point of the TVA. Like to begin with was they like new branches would get made, so they had to prune them. But there's nobody out there pruning them, right? That's why I also the whole death scene didn't make sense to me because new timelines are just gonna be made. Like I don't know why they were worried about billions of people dying when like they were already killing millions of Earths.
You guys
Yeah,
are-
they're already killing like
They-
billions of people.
like it was kind of hypocritical for them to be worried about it now when it's like you guys were doing that for years.
Yeah, for
Yeah, yeah,
years,
yeah.
bro.
Like that was
they-
your job.
Yeah.
And now that somebody else is doing it for you, it's like
literally when they
I
got,
guess they never realized.
that's what pisses me off. It's because like all like Hunter was like looking at the screen like looking sad, and I'm like, bro, you're the one that in season 1, episode 1, you grabbed Loki from the Gobi Desert, and then she just threw a little bomb that pretty much exterminated the whole.
well,
like-
that's because they were mind wiped. It wasn't until she got back to her own timeline where her memories came back and she was like, "Oh wait,
Not even that. It's like just when they woke her up. I guess.
yeah." When they woke her up,
yeah, but like
She's woke now.
you still know.
the only person who ever knew what really was going on, it seemed was Renslayer, because she's on the run right now. Like,
Yeah.
But she didn't know what was going on either.
no, that's why I said seemed. Like, I don't know what you know.
She knew. She
You
knew.
think she knew?
She knew.
I don't know.
She knew.
She knew. She knew.
Because she knew
Just 'cause
about.
she been woke. She knew.
Does Scotty know?
I was surprised that Sylvie went through that door. I didn't think she was gonna go through that door.
What door?
Oh, she was
Back
curious.
to the TVA.
Nah, she was curious.
Yeah, I would be curious too. But like,
It's like planting the seed. She knew about it, so now she wanted to see it.
all that talk though, she's like, I'm never set. Like, she was even telling Loki, like, you don't know what I'm gonna do. I would never set foot back into that place.
And then Loki's response, where he's like, "Well, I've already seen the future, so
yeah.
I know you're going to."
So Loki thinks that killing Kang was written, like that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And Sophie thinks that killing Kang opened up free will and all that. Who's right though? Who's right in the sense that?
I think Sylvie is. I think Loki
to open up free will.
No, you see, I'm not with you right there.
See, that's where it gets a little confusing because Loki has seen the future and he knows what's popping up. But then again, you also want to think she has there is free will, but it's only up to like
a certain degree.
Yeah, up to a certain degree.
No, I think Loki was right in the finale of season 1. Killing Kang just made it worse, and that was part of Kang's plan to get killed.
I think it made it worse, but they still also have like free will to fuck more shit up because it's gonna get worse.
Oh, I mean it is, but I think
it's gonna get worse on their thoughts of being free will.
Do you think we'll see Kang?
Yeah, next episode.
Next episode.
Yeah, we're seeing Jonathan Majors. I don't know if it's Kang, but we're seeing him next episode. It's already confirmed.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, he's we're gonna see Mr. because they were even talking about
We're gonna
it.
see it for like 2 seconds.
Well, that was gonna be like the next part of my question.
Trailer.
Like,
Have you
when
seen
do
the
you?
trailer?
No,
I don't watch the trailers for the show. I try not to.
Well,
you watch the trailers for the shows, but not the movies.
No, they came out a long time. No, it wasn't in the show. No, it wasn't the trailer. Sorry, I thought it was the trailer. It was the end credit scene of Ant-Man Quantumania. That was the end credit scene where Mobius.
That came out.
That was.
Yeah, but that was.
I
but
forgot.
That was. He's right.
Yeah. I know I'm right.
I barely remember what happened in Loki, and I watched it this morning.
Yeah, me too. But no, yeah. So at the end of Ant-Man Quantumania, we do see Mobius and Loki. At this like 1800 like setting.
Yeah,
And
it's Kang doing the timeline, the future presentation.
So I think that his name is like Victor Timely or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, is that him? He's like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Loki's like shitting bricks.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember.
Yeah, so apparently that's next
episode 3. Okay, cool.
Apparently, it's a rumor.
I think we'll see him pretty early in the season. What is it? Is this
How
6
many
episodes?
Yeah, how many episodes? 10?
6?
I can see what you're
Actually 6 this time or 8?
It's 100% 6 episodes. We're already 2/3 of the way through the season. Next week's gonna be half.
1/3.
Oh yeah, you're right.
2/3 would be 4.
So confident.
We still have 2/3 left of the season.
I know he said it's so confident. I was like 1/3. I only know that because I just saw that tweet.
Yeah, I saw that tweet too. That's why I said 2. I thought it said 2 on the.
Sylvie, man, she's a predator.
Oh yeah, 100%. She wanted to
pause, bro.
She wanted to smash.
Dude, because I knew how old the kid was too. I was like, that's a kid. What are we doing right now? I was like, what's Marvel doing right now? What are they planning?
The way she's like,
the way she asked, like, hey, is your mom picking you up?
Oh yeah. Even the kid's like,
Plus, I know, he's a little nervous. He's like, you working tomorrow?
Yeah,
like you coming?
I know that question was like, man, I've asked that question before too.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
No, but so on the serious note though, wasn't that timeline getting pruned? Like, was that what was happening when she was holding whatever she was holding in her hand?
Yeah.
Well, she did say, I'm gonna go back to home if it hasn't been pruned yet. So I guess it hasn't.
So is it like in the process of getting pruned? Or?
I think it's in the process of getting pruned. I think it's gonna get pruned because she's gonna eventually join Loki, and Loki said he's already seen the future.
Which is crazy that we went from Loki like season 1 saying don't enchant me, don't like look at me, and then like episode 2 right now he's like do it. Look what I've seen.
That was our review of Loki episode 2, Breaking Brad. Let us know down below in the comments your thoughts, your predictions.
All right, we'll see you next episode.
See ya.